All right, let's get to the stage. Good morning, everyone. How we doing? Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Get my headphones on, man. So I hear myself. I'm all discombobulated this morning. Oh yeah. So let's get to it. I'll bring it up. Started with a little music, and I'll talk about the words.
Lucia Parise.
Presente.
Stefania Aprile.
Presente.
Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand.
Senta, professore,
Sì, dica.
come mai hai scritto una canzone con delle strane parole che non dicono niente?
Chi?
Lei?
Beh, vede ragazza? Qual è la telecamera? È questa, sì. Io ho capito che oggi nel mondo non ci capiamo più. Proprio è difficile, cioè non c'è dialogo ormai. È rimasto solo lo sguardo, un po' afflitto. E quindi ho ritenuto opportuno fare una canzone sul tema, cioè sviluppando il tema dell'incomunicabilità. Cioè noi non comunichiamo, siamo incom. Capisci?
Grazie.
Che era una vecchia cosa, un telegiornale che c'era anche prima. Adesso. Quindi se voi dovete fare una cosa.
Freezing cold in Nancy 920.
You the cold maids say one freezing cold in Nancy 920. All right.
When I stay in the shoes and I will hold Billy saying that a whole red man begin to call the boss dying. Chance and my begin to call, baby, to stay yet, Bill Joe. When I stay in the shoes and I will hold Billy saying that a whole red man begin to call the boss dying. When it's the same as you can't be seen. You never tell me never just got David's a chance. You the cover not choose not right, but not so hope just getting on the cover no time. Oh, but it was just stand like the shoes of government. You would trust to the man called the radio girls. Oh, something.
Aye, aye, says that. And he got some golden diesel. Eyes. You the cold maids say one freezing cold in Nancy 920. All right.
Aye, mine senseless. And he goes from doorway pizza. Aye.
Freezing cold in Nancy 920. All right.
Well, I should have sleeping at the beginning of the scene till I just an up and off whole had a good time. Let face go. We been seeing in the stand and the shoes are come up in. There's two other cars that number 4 was the guy to stay. I my chance let ain't a hill shut door and feels on. You the call the man to say one piece in combination I do some alright. You know you not feel as you can out of the door. That's baby that I should like to take you.
Aye, my senseless. And he got some golden pizza. Eyes. You the cold maids say one freezing cold in Nancy 920. All right.
You know you not feel as you can gunman don't. Let's pay for the taxi line, take me home.
All right, let's get to it. You know, it's a lot that has happened this weekend in Chicago. I mean, what more can you say about this city? What more can you say about the city? I think it was 20 people that were shot, 4 killed. That's a tragedy, isn't it? You would think that it would be a tragedy, right? You would think that. No. That's not enough. You would think that that would be a tragedy, that 20 people, as soon as it got hot here in Chicago, there was 20 shootings in one place. Not one place. Let me rephrase that. All right. So I'm broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Instagram. So if you got any comments, you got any questions, please send them my way. But I'm new at this, right? I'm not one of the podcasters that are professionals that can give you this, even with my background. Now that's to block out the light. As soon as I get probably a better background, I can hook it up. All right. I can do a whole lot more once I start getting more into the editing and everything. But hey, I'm still new at this. So if you heard the song, the intro song that I brought in, that was Adriano Castano, something like that. Oh, I played that song because I want you to think about it. Right? I played that song because people are so easily led. So if you know any history about that song, that song was made off of a bet that he can make words sound like they're English, right? That's all gibberish. The whole song is gibberish. But it can be a #1 selling hit in Italy. And the people, they don't, because they don't know English. So they so easily led that they don't know English. And American influence was so big that people bought into that song. And he made a killing off of it, right? And it was all off of bet that his friend said, well, I bet you can't make a song that that sounds like it's in English. Well, it goes to what we look at in the media. When we look at the media, right? So many people are so driven by what they see in the media. Emotional attachment, their arguing points, all of that. All of this stuff plays a factor into what they're going to argue out here. Now more than ever, everyone's arguing about a political situation. I just want to say this one thing. If I wear this hat and it makes you that mad that you want to fight me, that is your problem. That is something that you need to address. Yes, something that you need to address. Any political statement out there that I make or anyone else makes should not be to the point where you want to fight me over it. Yes. And especially if you have stuff that is going on in your neighborhood, your neck of the woods, the locals, when you have your local politicians and everyone out there, when you have them and you can't even tell me who your state representative is or your state senator. I'm not talking about U.S. I'm not talking about Robin Kelly. I'm not talking about Dick Durbin. I'm not talking about Tammy Duckworth. I'm not talking about them. That's U.S., right? I'm talking about your state representative, your local representative. That's a problem. But if you want to fight me over this hat because you hate that man so much, cool. I don't care if you don't like Donald Trump. That is not my goal to make you like him. That's something that he needs to work on. right? And I know there's probably some people that's gonna come on and they're gonna say, well, how do you feel now? I can tell you how I feel about Iran. I can tell you how I feel about Iran. Iran should have happened 47 years ago, but now we have a president that have the balls to step up and do something about it. What about our troops? Yes, I know, I understand, and I hope that there's not another life lost over in Iran. I pray to God that all of our troops are safe and not a scratch on them, and they decimate Iranian Republican Guard. I pray. But 47 years, and for me, and I'm gonna say just for me, just for me, was the simple fact that they used their money to attack us in Iraq. And yes, I take that personal. Yes, I served 2 tours in Iraq. I take that personal. Doesn't mean you have to agree. Doesn't mean any other vet has to agree either. Doesn't mean that. Nope. There are vets that are opposed to Iran war, and I get it. And I sympathize with you for the simple fact of this. A man has been to war, never wants to see war again. You know why? He's at war with himself. I get it. Because of the horrors and the traumas that came from Iraq war and Afghanistan or global war on terror, I will get that any vet that's opposed to war, I don't have a problem with what they say. You, the civilian, don't come holding their face up like, look, they said this. Cool, they said it. That's their opinion. They fought for it. I am not mad at that. I am definitely 100% not mad at that. Because they have their opinion. Going back to the initial video that I showed or played, how easily he led the Italian populace, that he was using American words or American English or English to make a good song, make a song. And the song is catchy. They dancing, they bopping, the song is catchy. But he's not speaking a lick of English. It just sounds like it's English. So that's what's going on with the mass media. It just sounds like it's true. It must be plausible. I have no other deniability to that. Cool. But everyone takes it and they gobble it up. But let's go back to Chicago. We had 20 people shot. 20 people shot, 3 people shot in Bronzeville in one area where there were 2 guys out there, 1 guy expired. Let's bring it up. Let's bring it in the frame. Let's bring it in frame. What is it saying? Chicago suburban Cook County. Even more crime. What happened here? Crash and grab. Is it to the point that these youngsters have to go crash and grab? Is it to that point that every time you look around, there's a smash and grab? They're taking either ATMs or they come in, they're taking watches or any other stuff that they can probably use or sell on, whether it's the dark web or it's anything, or they can sell it out on the street. It's came to that point. Video shows thieves crash into a Northside restaurant, Target ATM. Let's go to this. We'll come back to them. Let me know if y'all can hear this. See if we can get this to play.
and 2 others hurt in a shooting in Chicago's Bronzeville neighborhood. This happened around 9 last night near 38th in Indiana. CPD says the victims were standing outside when someone opened fire before taking off. One man was shot in the chest and later died at the hospital. When we last checked, one of the surviving victims is in critical condition. The other is expected to be okay. So far, no one is in custody.
Look, you can argue all you want to. We don't have a problem in Chicago, but there's a problem in Chicago. Let's go. Let's look at this. There's a problem in Chicago. This was, as you see, the long list of stuff. 3 shot, 2 critically injured in South Shore driveway. 3 people were shot in the South Side driveway on Sunday evening, Chicago police said. The police said the shooting happened in the South Shore neighborhood, 6900 block of South Shore Drive, around 5:20 p.m. 3 victims were in an apartment complex driveway when someone shot them. A 26-year-old man shot in the chest was transported to University of Chicago Medical Center in critical condition. A male victim whose age was not immediately known was shot in the neck. He was taken to the same hospital in critical condition. It's not even summertime yet. It's not even summertime yet. We got double digits. Now, is this something just to go ahead and panic about? I don't know. Can I sit there and say, well, guess what? You all need to go ahead and buckle down this summer. No. This could be a one-off for the weekend, but let's think about it. 20 people shot, that's going to lead to even more people being shot because now they want retaliation. Remember the street code. I can't look like no B.I. All right? I can't look like no B-I-T-C-H. I can't look like, I can't. The question is, how are you going to stop it? You can blame the orange man all you want to. You can sit there and say, President Trump is to blame. Why not your locals? Why? Yeah, you can hate Brandon Johnson. I remember one guy that came on. I hate Brandon Johnson. I hate J.B. Pritzker, and I hate Donald Trump. Cool. But your posts don't say the same. Your posts do not say the same. It does not say that, hey, we need to do something locally. Besides that, they're about to ban Glocks here in Illinois. They're trying. Let's put it that way. If it passes, it passes. I don't know. Hopefully I can get to that. I can pull that video up and show you all more precedent issues that we may have. Do you agree with that Glock should be banned? Even though they came out with a Gen 6 so they can stop the guns from being converted to a machine gun? Even though they fixed the problem that was said that Illinois. Now it's sad when I used to hear people say, well, is the gun California compliant? Now we have to start saying, is it Illinois compliant? The assault weapon ban, January 10th, 2023, they went into effect. How's that working out? More and more gun control here in Illinois. More. It's not the fact that we have enough gun control here. If you have a FOID card, you get a background check every single day. They run it through the system every single day. You have a concealed carry card, which is said. I can't confirm it, right? I can confirm the background check every single day. And the bad thing about it, a lot of people don't even know that. But they want another background check when you go buy that firearm. And then there's a 3-day wait period. How long does it take to get your FOID card? 30 days, right? That's approval or denial by law. They're supposed to meet that. Are they really meeting it? They might be meeting it now. They might be exceeding it now. Remember during COVID, people were waiting 6 months for the FOID card, the concealed carry card, all that. You have time to sit there and wait for the government to give you permission to go buy a firearm. And I heard this weekend, I asked, usually my class, I say, hey, What's the purpose of a FOIA card? What's to make sure that they don't have anything on their background? You can do that with a driver's license. I do not see the point that we have, or that there is, for a FOIA card, besides the fact that they wanted to quell the riots, and that's what Mayor Daley Sr. said. I just don't. I don't see the point of a FOIA card here in Illinois. If you don't know what a FOIA card is, that's a firearm owner's identification card. Always reference to FOID, but we always reference it. We say FOID card. But usually there's a 30-day, in a sense, 30-day wait period. No one thinks about people that leave domestic violence situation, female or male. No one thinks of that. No one really cares, do they? Do you? Think about it. Do you really care? I would hope that you would care, because when you want to go buy that first firearm, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to be limited on your choices. You're going to be limited on your choices. We already have an assault weapon ban that bans 170 guns, if not more. Now, a roundabout way, they want to ban Glocks because of the possible switch. Gun control will never cease in Illinois until they have got rid of every gun. They don't want to fix it. They don't want to fix it. It was never a problem. I'm going to say this again. I probably said it in my last stream or stream before. It was never a problem until it was their problem. That means the white liberal that stayed up in Winnetka, Nutria Township around there, the nice ritzy suburbs up north. There's never a problem until what? It was never a problem until that shooting July 4th. It was never a problem. And now it's a problem. But then also they throw in the caveat, guess what? The west side and the south side has violence. So let's pick up a young black mother. I'm sorry. My dog is upstairs acting crazy. Let's pick up a young black mother and let's exploit her tears. Both hate our liberties, and I can agree with that. We got Republicans that act like they don't know what the hell going on either. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to say that because I got on this MAGA hat. You must just love Trump as if he didn't do anything wrong. Let me say this right now. President Trump, get a hold of these gas prices. Wait a minute. I'm not supposed to say that. What are you doing with a MAGA hat on? You're not supposed to criticize him. Maybe there'll be some conservatives come on here and well, no, get a hold of the gas prices. They are astronomical right now, out of control. But let's get back to it. Back to our locals. Illinois is coming coming for your guns every single way that they can. Every single time they look around, they are coming for your guns. I can't stress it even more. I just can't. But let's go back to the wait period. I asked my class. I usually ask all of my students, do you agree with the 3-day wait period? Excuse me. Do you agree with the 3-day wait period? No? Then why is it in place? Oh, yes, right? It's called the cool-off period here in Illinois. You need to cool off until Chris. Yes, I am live, and my son is up there yelling about something, whatever he's yelling at. So, y'all can see family life. Yes, if that lady, let's say J. Major, she's watching, my family is intact. But going back to the point at hand, here's the thing. Even looking at my locals and being able to identify what's wrong, banning Glocks is not going to stop there. Let's say if they go to Springfield, they go to Kimber, they already have a magazine ban. How's that working? I'm always going to point you back to 79th and May. I'm always going to take you right back there. I don't care. I'm going to take you back to 79th and May. That's it. 79th and May happened where a young couple were shot to death. They were shot to death I think, how old was that baby? 13 months? I think 13. Somebody put it in the chat. They'll be able to tell me. I think the baby was 13 months and the baby was in the back seat. And those guys, that looks like to be Dracos and switches. There's a ban on the switch already in Illinois. Did that work? Don't seem like it. Are they still using switches? It sure seems like it. So we have a weekend where 20 people were shot and 4 were killed. And we'll see if that tally changed today because, you know, you still can inspire. That doesn't seem like it. Let's go down some more. Man shot to death in Lawndale drive-by shooting, police say. 28-year-old man was killed by shooting on Sunday in Lawndale, police said. The shooting happened in 1300 block of South St. Louis at about 2:17 a.m. CPD said the victim was near the street when someone drove and started shooting. The victim was shot multiple times and taken to Mount Sinai, where he died. But wait, there's more. Shooting victim dies after being dropped off at Stroger Hospital, police say. This is interesting to me. I'm gonna point this one out. And I'll probably go ahead and get ready for work. Usually what happens is because they don't want to be seen as a snitch, they don't want to call the police, they don't want to call 911 because they'll be made fun of by the other gang members. What they do is take their homeboy to the hospital and drop him off, and they don't want to say anything because they know probably that they're going to get questioned by the police. That's what happens. Not saying that this is in this case, but it does happen. Shooting victim dies after being dropped off at Stroger Hospital, police say. A shooting victim died after being dropped off at Stroger Hospital on Sunday, Chicago police said. 43-year-old man was dropped off at about 2:20 a.m. with a gunshot wound to the chest. The man died at the hospital. I'm not laughing at the fact that the man died. I'm laughing at the fact that the people that probably dropped him off had no medical skills, knew nothing, had no medical skills. Let's go down some more. 35-year-old man was shot while driving, arrived at St. Mary's Hospital. Chicago police said the victim said he was driving about 3 a.m. when he heard a loud noise and felt pain. He arrived to the hospital with a gunshot wound to his left calf. He's expected to be okay. Man found shot to death in Auburn Gresham neighborhood, Chicago. See what it says.
Chicago police say a man was found shot to death on the city's south side. Officers discovered the victim just after midnight near 80th and Hermitage in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood. It's not clear who fired the shots yet, but we are working to find out more details. Chicago police say a man was found shot to death on the city's south side. Officers discovered the victim just after midnight near 80th and Hermitage.
80th and Hermitage, I think that is. Man seriously hurt in the back of Yards neighborhood, police say. A 42-year-old man was shot inside his house on Sunday in the back of the Yards neighborhood, Chicago police said. The shooting happened about 12:09 in the 4500 block of S. Wood Avenue. CPD said the victim was in an argument with the man when the shots were fired. The victim was shot in the chest. He was taken to Stroger Hospital in serious condition. A weapon was recovered, and police said a person of interest was being questioned. Man shot in Fernwood neighborhood, say. A 36-year-old man was shot in Fernwood on Saturday night. Chicago police at 10:59 p.m. The man was in the 10,100 block of South Princeton Ave when he heard a loud noise and felt pain. The victim was shot multiple times in the body. said he self-transported to Little Company of Mary Hospital. CPD said the victim is expected to be okay. Man killed. Okay, we talked about man killed, but 2 others were hurt in Bronzeville. That was one with 3 people shot. Is that a mass shooting? Is it 3 or more? What is the legal definition they put? Is it 3 or more people shot? Is that not a mass shooting? Because I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that that's the definition they have came up with. That, okay. They're what? 3 or more, but that's a mass shooting. Is that something? Wait a minute. I thought that the assault weapon ban was supposed to stop this. It does not stop anything. So more gun control that they keep coming up with, more and more gun control with the Rifle Act, with the ban on Glocks. And supposedly they're trying to come up with what? Tax on ammunition. What is that going to do? I'm trying to understand, what is it going to do? Maybe you could put it in the comments. If you're watching on Facebook right now, if you are watching on Facebook, please, you like to argue with me, this is your chance to do it. This is where the Facebook beefs will get taken care of, right here. Facebook scats or that you all are mad about what I post and I say something at least good about the president. You don't never say nothing wrong. I just say something wrong. And if you talk to some of the conservatives I talk to on Twitter, I hold them accountable also. They know this. But it's you that can't sit there and hold yourself accountable. I'm still trying to figure out how this gun control thing is supposed to work. How it's supposed to stop crime in Chicago. But then also we have MC McPherson or Fearson, however you say his name. Oh, the guns come from Indiana. If all of the guns come from Indiana and there's a problem with too many guns in Indiana, why doesn't Indiana have the same problem as Illinois? Yes, Indianapolis may have its problems, but it's nowhere near to the problem that Chicago has. Nowhere near it. You can say St. Louis. St. Louis is probably per capita. We already know what that says, right? When someone brings up per capita. People, they love to say per capita. We know you 1488s and you gropers out there. Oh, we hate you, N-word. Yes, I get called the N-word. I still got my so-called, what y'all call it, N-word wake-up call. I know that they don't like that. I don't care. But that's another subject and for another day. Of course, you can say St. Louis. They have access. They have access to guns. So is it a mentality problem? Is it a gang problem? Is it a gang culture problem? I'm just wondering. Because of the simple fact that you got to blame it on something instead of saying, taking self-accountability. Well, we talked about that. I've talked about it before. But yet and still, we still have what? We still have the violence. No matter how restrictive you get in Illinois, we still have the violence. Even if you got rid of every gun in Illinois, we still have a violent culture. We still have a violent culture that exists here in Chicago. And when I point that out, what did that dude say? Oh, Michael Roy Gardner, I think his name is. You sound like a white man from Bartlett. Oh, I sound like a white man. This is how people used to quantify their argument. I sound like a white man now because I say, hey, we have a problem. I identify a problem and we need to do something about it. You sound like one of them white men from the suburbs. Sound like a Trump supporter. No. Young black men are dying because we celebrate a violent culture. You're right. Let's put that up there. You cannot. Go ahead, Rain. Say that again. You cannot regulate hate with laws. You cannot regulate a violent culture with more laws. You just can't. But for some reason, your legislative feel that they can. This is why we come up with law after law. Well, that didn't work. Well, Safety Act. Let's just make it better. Even though we reporting crime a little bit different, let's just make it better. You know what I'm saying? But I get called a coon. Okay, cool. I'll take them swords. I'll keep on trucking. I'll take them swords. I will take them. I will take the arrows, the swords, whatever you're going to throw at me, because somebody has to say that this ain't right. Chicago, it ain't right. Whether you want to go on the side that it's a Democrat problem, it's a Republican problem, or this, that, I don't see how you blame this in Illinois. If you want to say it's a Republican party, a Republican problem in Missouri because of St. Louis, cool, go ahead. I don't care. But when I strictly come back and talk about Illinois and Chicago problems, how is it a Republican problem? That caused the uproar on Facebook. Everybody has something to say. I mean, my cousin's out there. He said, well, it's a both problem. Okay, cool. But how? The federal government, how do you blame it on the federal government for the state issue? How do you do that? That's what I would like to know. I would like to know, how do you blame that situation on the federal government when the state can't even take care of their own? Is it lack of money, resources, as people like to say? I say that's bullshit. Sorry, I think that's bullshit. I'm gonna call it. And when I call the hypocrisy of current state administration, you ain't say nothing about Trump. I gotta go on to the internet and tell everything about Trump and what I don't agree with, and I gotta appease you first. I have to appease you first in order to do what? To make you feel good so we can have a conversation about something? Man, that's a dangerous place to be at. That I can't talk to you about anything unless I appease you first. This is why y'all come on my Facebook page and talk shit. But you won't do it here. You won't do it here. You will not talk to anyone from the other side just to hear their point of view. Just won't. That's a sad state of affairs. Sad. But yet and still, we still have a problem here in Illinois. Now, if you hate President Trump, that is cool. But tell me why they banning Glocks here in Illinois. That's a more precedent issue. If you watch my page, I know you really don't like Trump. I don't care. But the one thing that you could possibly stand up for is what? Your rights. That's not so hard. It's not. There's a bill out there that they're trying to ban Glocks. You come on my page, you want to tell me about what Trump did and how you feel about Trump, cool. I don't care. You have the right to disagree. I don't care. What I care about is that your state legislator is in session right now, making the laws against you. Do you even know what they're putting down in the state? When down in Springfield, do you even know what they're legislating? I'm pretty sure you don't. Pretty sure you don't. That's part of the problem. We already have a ban on assault weapons, so-called assault weapons. That's a made-up term. We have magazine limits. We have a wait period. You have a wait period for your FOIA card. There's a ban on switches. Now there's going to be a ban on Glocks. What if you wanted to go buy your first gun and all of a sudden you don't have a Glock to buy? Maybe you like Glock. How would you know you like Glock if you never tried one? Is it my favorable gun? No, I think it's overrated. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't fit you and you still should go try it. You still should embrace the Second Amendment. I understand that not everybody's into guns. Cool. But don't let it bite you in the butt when it's too late that you need one. I should have got a gun. I should have took a class. Also, take classes. Hopefully I can get him on the show one day, but Mike Brown was completely right. Take classes. Even before you take a concealed carry course, take a class on how to shoot a firearm. But getting back to it, you have a 72-hour wait period. So 33 days before you can even really go purchase a firearm. Then you go take your concealed carry course, which is 16 hours. That's a whole weekend. Then you have to wait 90 to 120 days. 90 to 120 days to carry that pistol on you after you have taken a 16-hour course. So 90 days if you submit to the King's ransom. If you submit to the King's ransom and give up your fingerprints, 90 days. If you don't, you have to wait 120 days because they want your fingerprints. Now, me as a firearm instructor, I have to submit fingerprints because whenever you deal with kids and we teach kids courses, which we usually do, and I have something coming up real soon for the kids. But you have when you teach with kids, you have to submit your fingerprints. No ands, ifs, buts about it. I'm not opposed to that. But I don't think the average citizen has to give up their fingerprints to exercise their right to carry firearms, let alone, yes, you should take courses. I think that should be up to the people. Yes, you should take courses. It should be up to the people. I think it should be regulated by government. No, that's debatable. That's debatable, but no. I can understand where you may want somebody to have the regulations. Cool, I agree with you. Well, I agree with you I agree with you to the point that you may want it. I think there should be constitutional carry. Some people may not feel that way. That's cool. But we have an arduous process of getting a firearm in Illinois, and they are not going to stop. Where do you fit in that situation? You say something. When will you say something? Or are you going to say something? Or are you going to stand by and let them erode at your rights here in Illinois? I'm talking to most people that follow me on Facebook. You follow me on Facebook. You see the post. You see the arguments. You see people getting their feelings, start calling names. You see it. But I really want you to pay attention to what they say. Can they answer the questions? Can they articulate themselves? Some people use AI. You have to be able to look out for that too. They look for AI to answer a question and get this long, pointed answer of some talking points that someone else has said. But until then, this is where those Facebook beefs, Twitter, all that stuff, this is where it'll be held at. Because now you got to bring all your stuff and all your knowledge. I'm not well versed on everything. I know something though. Not saying I'm smarter than you, and I'm not dumber than you. You may teach me something that I don't know. It does not make me bigger or smarter than you. But until then, you all have a good day. Stay safe out there. It's starting to warm up. Take classes, whether it's not with me or it's with another instructor. Take classes. Continue to learn. Verify your instructor. Learn your instructor. Ask them questions. Pick their brain. I don't mind you calling me. Yeah, now after 5, it's a little bit crazy because, I'm probably with family. But ask questions. More importantly, start asking your politicians. Start asking them the questions. Your local, whether it's your mayor, your trustee, councilman, whether it's your state representative, state senator, whether even if you get a chance to ask the governor. Ask them questions. How is this supposed to keep me safe? And when you really start to listen to what they say and you're not lullabied by the awe that you met a politician that used to be untouchable and you finally met him, you'll cut through their bullshit. There's a reason why they say you don't ever want to meet your heroes. You meet your heroes, you will see how human they are. You won't put them on a high pedestal again. All right. Hopefully every Monday I can bring you all a show. My schedule will be switching up. I'll try just about every Monday just to, recap on weekends, recap on recapping on the weekends on Chicago violence. Hopefully I can actually show stuff that's positive. Anybody that has classes out there, I promote them. I'm working on a butchering class for the kids. Any instructor out there that has classes out there, let me know. I'll try and get it out to the people as much as I can. Not saying I'm popular on all social media, but if it does grow, I want to get your word out there. It's not about me just trying to teach all the classes. It's about all of us lending something to the table in the discussion. That's the way it's supposed to be. I understand morality doesn't have a place in business. But if you are a hard-working instructor out there, you need to say something about it. And firearm instructors, stop sitting there idly while your state keeps making all of these laws. Now, specifically, and I'm going to have to give race to all you black instructors out there. Yep, I said it. The black instructor, especially the one in Illinois, he knows what I'm talking about. You sitting there catering to someone's insecurities, it's not going to get you more students. You know what I mean? You sitting there say, well, it must be because they're racist. Or the Trump is a racist. The Trump is a racist. It's not going to get you more students. Being a good instructor and being professional will get you more students. Will get you more recommendations. I don't know how you make it in your class if you talk about political issues. You probably don't. But being a professional and being able to articulate the law to where someone understands it makes you a better instructor. That's where you need to tidy up at. Man to man, that's where you need to tidy up at. And I hope you're watching. If you're not, I'll get your attention one way or another. But if you're going to cater to people's insecurities, you'll always be that lackluster instructor. That rhymes. I'm sorry. But let me get on out of here. I got to get ready for work. I'll have a space on X after this. Thank you all for coming in. We got 38 over here. I'll have to check the other ones and see how many views I got. But 38 over here. It's a start. It's a start. There are some people that want to hear my voice, that want to hear me talk about my issues. Some people that may not. They may tune in and turn out. Cool. I'll take what I can get. Till next time. Thank you all.